6 a.m. and this is how we rock and roll on a weekday. It's hard going, I tell you. I have to sleep with my bedroom. It's not my bedroom, it's my living room. But I sleep on the sofa because I have no choice. The bed that I've got is just totally unsuitable. And because I'm not one of these morbidly obese people, you know, that you see on these feeder programs that have like, I don't know, these programs where they sort of have to have a window or a wall taken out to get them to hospital. Because I'm not one of these people, I don't qualify for any help. I have to be a morbidly obese person, which is nice because then it's like I'm super slinky. But on the other hand, I am suffering with many, many conditions. And the people that have done the assessment have said, I'm really, really sorry, with all the conditions you've got, we still can't help you. The only bed we can give you is a single bed like what you've got. But a hospital version, which isn't going to be any use. So here we are. Bedroom door is officially shut. I have to come in super early and shut the door. I have to get any cats that are in there. Alfie was on the bed asleep, so I had to get something behind him to sort of shoo him so he went forward and ran through the door. Because once the workmen come here, that's it, he freezes. So anyway, he's come out. Look at that decorating, isn't it wonderful? Bloody hell. You know, this one, he took the door off. That one, he couldn't be arsed. Bloody ridiculous. So yeah, the door is shut. So no cats can go in there from now till I know that there's nobody coming, or, you know, or until after they've gone. And then when we get towards 7:30, then I'll shut these in the living room, and they're in there from 7:30 till around about 3ish. Most of the time they're not too bad. But yeah, all my stuff I've had to clear out. Just put myself a coffee out. Oh, I forgot to switch it on, hang on. It is on now. But yeah, I've had to tonight get all the bits and pieces out again of in here. So any bits that I had on here that were like my plates and my mugs, I've all had to go away. Anything's just shoved in a cupboard or back in the bedroom. I'm really hoping the electricians come out today. This is week 8 now, officially. Week 8 has begun. Yeah, the OT on Friday tried to make out that it was my fault, the reason that things have not, you know, finished by now and all the rest of it. I'm demanding all sorts of stuff and making the chaos and the drama. She's coming out this week. I want her to come on her own because I will have a word with her about all this. Exactly, you know, what's been going on. The builders that haven't turned up, the lack of organisation. It isn't me. The only thing that I asked for that's different that was in this room, I mean, I've got a passenger. Yeah, the only thing that's different. Now my worktop that was meant to be my food prep area was meant to be about the width of my fridge, maybe slightly longer, but not much more. And apparently, she said to me, this is what has caused the upheaval of things not happening quite so quickly. And I'm like, what? It's not like as if I've asked to take an extra wall out. This wall was taken out anyway. The width of that fridge is where my work station was supposed to go for my food prep area. The joiner that came here was like, why is your food prep area all the way over there when you could have it right by your cooker, and so these would be here. There wouldn't have been enough room for my radiator, so they would have had to have put me a new small one anyway. Spinning cap, I'm moving. I see it's gone. My fridge freezer was supposed to be here, my new one that's not here yet, and this cupboard would have had to have gone because of the height. So she's not happy because of the fact that the workman, the joiner, put me a worktop here. Then it was that the only thing that I have asked for, and I totally agreed with the joiner, and he did it. And then he said that because of the height of this, your cooker may now be too high and you might have to need a new one, which is going to be a built-in one. And I said that's fine, because when I was using it, that's only the time that I've noticed that things don't work for me, is when I'm actually using them. Or I could do with this, or I need that, and this would make life easier for me. That socket I asked for, as an extra. That one at the top there is being blocked off. That one is keeping the same. So this one I'm going to be able to use, and that one I can use. Those two on the top are being blocked off. That one's for the cooker. So I can't even have the hob here because those bits are in, but I need an on-off switch here. And there's a socket that's spare there. Then there's a flicky switch that's meant for underneath here, which did have the under-counter fridge. So I'm going to ask him, because he didn't do this, the electrician, he forgot, is to cap that one off and to give me one up there, so that's not a wasted live socket. And then a socket there and a double one here. So I've got ones that I can reach comfortably. I asked for that one there on the end, which has been left. The on-off switch for this dryer is there, but it's not been left. And then the dickhead that came, that removed it all together, I should have had a double socket on the end here, which is what I asked for. That's been removed because he was like, he didn't want me to have it, this electrician, what business it is of his anyway. You know, there's doubles behind this for these. There's a single one down there for that. You know, so it'll be a switch, an on-off switch for this. And then there's a double there, which I asked if it could be moved over, and they're going, no. And then there's, I think, well, it's not much of an effort to move that to over here somewhere, so at least it can be used. These two are the on-offs for down here. So my washing machine and the dishwasher when I get it. And then there's a double socket there, which my son will use. Yeah, and then there's an extractor fan switch there as well for that up there. Right, I'm gonna have this coffee in a sec. I need to make me mug. But I love this, it's great. But yeah, I can't have the hob arrive until this has been sorted out, because they'll just turn around and say we can't do it. I can't get my coffee either now, whilst these are still up and running. I've got to go in and get one. Anyway, put it there for the minute. So that's the sort of colour scheme that I've got for my kitchen. The yellow to correspond with, I've got a Winnie the Pooh cookie jar that is just absolutely gorgeous. I've had it for a few years now. I got it from Asda. It's nothing expensive or anything, but I just love it. It's beautiful. So I'm having a bit of a Pooh Bear theme in here. So the yellow is like my mugs, weirdly enough. The red is in my kettle. And then I've got a couple of accessories that are also in that red, like my slow cooker. And then the majority of the accessories are black because of the black in the Winnie the Pooh cookie jar. Yeah. And then I'm gonna, I've got bits and pieces that are black and wood style. So they're dotted around all over the place. Just makes a change from the white bits as well. And I just really like them. And then they're sort of a bit more manly for my lad, because he's sort of like, oh, there's a lot of girly stuff here, isn't there? And I'm like, well, I am female after all. And it's done to my taste and how I would like things. So, anyhow, yeah. So, we're just waiting and seeing now to see what happens today, whether anybody turns up or no. Hey, isn't it? It's always the same. Tomorrow I've got the doctors, so I've got to be out of here early, so I can be back as soon as possible. No idea what it's for. I hate these appointments because it's like, no idea. I think it's down to the fact that my rheumatologist has discharged me from his care, and it's like a what to do now sort of plan, whether to refer me to someone else or what, I don't know. I know that rheumatology was mentioning pain clinic and all that stuff, and I'm a bit like, well, I've been before, and they said that I was managing my pain as best as I can, under the circumstances, even though my pain is like through the roof all the time. It's like it now, but it's just a tick box exercise for this rheumatologist to say, oh, let's refer her back. It's like when I've been to physio and they taught me how to walk up the stairs. Something I've done all my life, the same way. They taught me the same way. They couldn't teach me anything else new. So that was that. I've done what I've done. I've done everything that they've asked me to do and more. And they reach a point where they run out of things to give you to do, exercises and all that stuff. My legs hurt so bad. Let's get a coffee sachet. Come on, you guys, you're going to have to move. Come on, let's move. You're not going in there. Now then, I need to do this very quickly. Let's put them. Let's grab it quick. 1, 2, 3. Go. I'm gonna get this. That's it. I had to reach in before the cats decided to come back and see what was going on. But yeah, most of the time I don't make it awake. Let me pop your head against my jug. Most of the time I don't make it awake at 6 o'clock. I'm usually still fast asleep till about 8:30, and then the buzzer goes for the door. And it's usually a workman, and I'm like, shit. These are great, these sachets. I get them from Asda. Sainsbury's do them, and Ocado does them as well. It's an expensive buy, if you like, but I love them. Let me get a spoon. Oh, I took them out. Oh, fucking hell. Hang on a minute, let me go and get a spoon. door, that bedroom door, I've told them that it's catching on stuff and they're like, not interested in the slightest. I've got to order some more bits and pieces, food for the cats, but we'll manage. We always manage. Yeah, these are gorgeous, really, really nice. I don't know what time it was when I drifted off. I drifted off quite quickly last night because I was so tired. I did an online shop for Asda for Friday. Just so I've got something coming. All microwavable stuff, things like that. Pucker slice and jacket potatoes and curries and lasagna. And then things that I can just do, you know, bread stuff and things like that. It just pisses me off because it works out so expensive right now. It does, it works out so expensive. But what choice do I have? I mean, when my money goes in, sometimes we do have a takeaway of some description. A curry, not a curry, a pizza or a McDonald's or something. You know, I have my McPlant, he has what he has. A Subway, occasionally. The last time I had a Subway, it wasn't very nice because they put that much sauce on. It was just bleh, horrible. I'll shut the bedroom door in a bit. I don't like doing it too early because it's not fair on them. But I just want the bedroom door shut so at least they can't get in there. They're sort of used to it now. It's part and parcel of their routine. I mean, for God's sakes, we've been doing this for 8 weeks. I bet the decorator will be back today. Absolutely hopeless he is. Absolutely useless. He'll either come today or they'll put him in for tomorrow. And I'll be like, groovy. And then I bet the plumber will come today. Electricians are supposed to come back. I phoned up on Friday to see what was happening. Friday, they said, hasn't the plumber been with you? And I said, no. He says, oh, he says the plumber should have been with you today. And I was like, great, no one's been. He's supposed to have done the taps. And I said, well, the plumber on Thursday didn't know anything about taps when he came with the radiator. So that would have been a bit of a help for him to have just done it all in one instead of separate jobs. But he didn't. But yeah, Thursday, no, Friday. The OT, I mean, she made out that it was me, it was all my fault. This is why it's taken 8 weeks, because you've been asking for stuff to be done when it, you know, they need to just get in, do what they do, and that's it. And then she says, your joiner, that was so fantastic, has really messed things up. And I'm thinking, no, he didn't. Because the following week, I had nobody turn up that was supposed to have done plasterers that never appeared. So when she comes over, I'm going to have a frigging word with her and put her straight. I say, I don't know what he's told you, but, you know, the week after, I had one person that turned up. There was an electrician that turned up, and the joiners that turned up, but the plasterers never appeared, so they couldn't do certain jobs. And every time they came, still hadn't been. So I got let down by all sorts of workmen all over the place. And then the same the following week. You know, it's just ridiculous. that the hob would have been in by now if it wasn't for all these electricians coming along. And then when I had nobody get in touch with me over what was happening, and when you're waiting in every single day, it's an awful lot on you, mentally, physically, to not go anywhere just in case. And then when no one turns up, it's bloody shit.